Sometimes you may find yourself in the position where you only find wood as your tinder. So you have to process this down, and it still can be tricky to get started with a ferro rod. Sometimes you can get lucky, first strike, two strikes. Sometimes it could take 50. It's the way it goes. So what we're going to do is we're going to try the dollar store magnesium fire starter and see if that will help get this going fast. I have recently done a video on dollar store fire starters, and someone is telling me that these $3 mag bars work rather well. Myself, I've tried mag bars in the past and I do not like them because it's like scraping rock. But I was told this here is a softer material, and I've tried mag bars recently and they're easier to scrape. Hopefully this is. We're going to try it. And then what I'm going to do is put some into that shavings and just see if I can get it started rather quickly. Like I said, just going into shavings, it can be tricky at times. This is also damp out here, very damp, and snapping, I could tell that they're not totally dry, so it's marginal. Now open this up, shave it, and just see how this works. There it is, and they give you this hacksaw blade style striker. They possibly can work, but I'll use my knife. That works well. Oh yeah, it's scraping off pretty good. So what we're going to do is try to scrape some of this into those shavings and then see if we can get it lit. Scraping pretty decent. Recommend about a dime size of shavings. And what this does is it burns very hot, but it's a flash tinder. So you want to put your material right above it and have that catch and then burn up through. So what I'm going to try to do is just adjust this and see how this goes. Well, you've seen that, but it was such a fast flash. If you had a different tinder, and I left these large on purpose, and I wanted it marginal, just for this reason. Get all this in here. I still have very little. I could go a lot more. Try that. I'm not on the there we go. Magnesium bars are designed to be a flash tinder, very hot, but it will give you a fast flame that can dry out marginal tinder or light other tinder that may be a little difficult to light just with a ferro rod or whatever. So this here can come in handy even for lighting, say, a newspaper if you only had a ferro rod. You put a pile of this, put your newspaper just a little bit over top of the pile, strike it. You can catch paper, you can catch many different materials with a magnesium bar that could be difficult with only a ferro rod. So those shavings I left a little large, and they're also a little damp. So I wanted to use that just to show you how well this works. Now, I could have added a little bit more the first time, but sometimes I'll tend to see if I can get away with less. And you've seen, it worked well, it scraped well, and it also, the ferro rod works great. So I added a little bit less than I should have the first time, but that first flash dried it out a little bit more, so the second time you've seen it lit. Also, you've got to put your ferro rod in the right spot. I still went skimpy with my magnesium. It was all over the place. If I would have piled it closer and into a nice round circle, dropped my spark in it, it would have worked better as well. So I just wanted to find out if the ferro rod worked well and if it scraped decent. Now, like I said, a lot of them are like rock. This one scraped very well, and for $3 I may actually carry a magnesium fire starter. You know, this here, I will be replacing this because I've never liked these. They will work if that's all you got, but I don't prefer these. And I would put on a different striker. Or if you have a good knife, you can use that. Thanks for watching. Take care and all the best.